We want to start our presentation with a headline in 2017, and that was a US teen died after drinking too much caffeine, under 2 hours. And for too much caffeine, I mean 1 Mountain Dew, 1 energy drink, and 1 McDonald's latte. What do you think? That's too much or not? So let's figure it out. At the first, what is caffeine? Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant. It is the world's most widely consumed psychoactive drug.
So, how does caffeine actually work in our bodies? Okay, so we have this naturally occurring substance in our brains called adenosine. The way in which adenosine works is that it binds to receptors in the brain which slow down the brain activity, causing your brain to think slowly, and therefore causing your brain to work slowly, and therefore you'll be more tired throughout the day. Caffeine is similar to adenosine in the sense that it competes with adenosine to bind to these exact same receptors. However, the effect is different. You feel more energized, more awake, and more ready to go throughout the day. However, when this happens, the brain tries to create more receptors for more adenosine to bind, and if this occurs, then your daily intake of caffeine will need to increase slowly to compensate for the change. So, if you suddenly stop taking your daily intake, or take less than you used to take, then you'll start to experience withdrawal symptoms, such as feeling tired, laziness, or drowsiness throughout the day. This is an example of how much caffeine is in certain drinks, and we can see that energy drinks contain the most caffeine, whereas black tea contains the least amount of caffeine.
So, caffeine is not as unhealthy as it was once believed to be. Actually, caffeine may improve mood, decrease the likelihood of getting depression, stimulate brain function to boost our short-term memory, and also, most importantly, it can strongly decrease the risk of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's diseases. And a study actually also found that caffeine can reduce the post-workout pain by up to 48%. So anyone who has ever tried weight training in the gym, you might be familiar with the pain of sore muscles. So a small tip is you can drink a small cup of coffee after workout. This will help you so much. And also currently, caffeine is used to treat breathing disorders such as apnea in premature infants. Also, it also causes mouth and throat cancer risk by almost 50%. However, sometimes it's good to bear in mind that caffeine is actually addictive. Too much caffeine can promote headaches and high blood pressures. This results in increased risk of heart attacks. And this occurs especially in young adults. And another study also found that caffeine, if you drink more than 4 cups of coffee a day, this links to early death. And this also links to gout attacks, which means joint pain.
Overdose. The minor overdose is when the excess of 300 milligrams is consumed, dependent on the body tolerance. The symptom of a minor overdose is a rapid, shallow breathing. Shallow breathing deprives the brain of oxygen. When you don't have enough oxygen in the brain, your thinking can become irrational. The major overdose is considered to be when 500 milligrams is consumed, dependent on the body tolerance. The symptoms of a major overdose is dizziness, nausea. It's also jitters. It is when your hands start shaking and you feel really stressed out.
Okay, so we recently conducted a survey among the staff members and students of Abbey College to find out the reasons why people drink caffeinated drinks. And we have found out that the majority of the people, out of the 94 people we surveyed, 39% of the people chose caffeine because they say it tastes great. And the second most popular reason is that they drink caffeinated drinks because it keeps them awake during the day. And then we conducted a follow-up survey to see different types of caffeinated drinks that different age groups consume, and we have found out that there is a general increase in the trend of coffee consumption as the age groups get older. And as you can see from the graph, the general trend in energy drinks consumption decreases as the age groups get older. The students in the age group of 19 to 20 drinks the most tea out of the bunch, and staff members aged 20 and above drinks the least energy drinks. Next, we researched on the average caffeine intake limits in different age groups, and we have found out that children under the age of 12 should not be drinking caffeine. But if they do, the recommended dosage for them would be less than 45 milligrams. And then younger adolescents or adolescents with a lower body mass index in the age range of 13 to 18 should not be taking the same dosage of caffeine as healthy adults do, that is less than 400 milligrams. Instead, the recommended dosage of them would be less than 100 milligrams. Pregnant women should not be taking more than 200 milligrams of caffeine in a day, as doing more could lead to miscarriage. And from our survey and research, we have concluded that the average caffeine consumption of students and staff members on Abbey is in the safe zone, and there's very low risk of overdose. Next, we have the representation of how much of these caffeinated drinks contains, as you can see, 100 milligrams of caffeine. This slide shows for 200 milligrams of caffeine, and this one shows for 400 milligrams of caffeine.
Caffeine has been linked to several health problems due to many side effects. Fortunately, there are several substitutes which provides a healthier way of energy intake, such as curry powder, wheatgrass, pomegranate juice, and cold water with milk.
In conclusion, actually caffeine use may be safe for adults. It's not a good thing for children, and it's not a good idea to mix caffeine with other substances like alcohol. The bad effect of caffeine will be more if you don't regularly drink caffeine, because your body is not prepared for that substance. The other factors are body mass, genetic, health condition, and medication use. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy it. And one thing that Mohammed wants to say.
And also, we'd like to give a special thank you to Nida, which she played a big role in helping us with our presentation, so thank you.